Welcome to this very special episode of URT Number, the Amazing Race podcast from Reality TV Warriors. My name is Michael Harmstone, and joining me as always is the Canadian whose dating bio claims he makes famous kielbasa, Logan Saunders.
Afternoon.
And I'm very pleased to say that joining us is our second favourite drunkle of the Amazing Race 29, Michael Rado.
Thank you. I take offense to being second, but...
Yeah, it's close between you and Covino, but...
I suppose, Joey. Well, we'll get to the bottom of that later.
This is very different from when we interviewed Jen last week.
I'll be the favorite drunkle on Full House by the end of this son of a gun.
It'll be like Johnny from in the Cobra Kai remake, or the Karate Kid remake.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't know
All you have to do is start yelling at teenagers.
I can do that. I can yell at teenagers.
It's usually along the lines of "get off my lawn," isn't it?
It's something like that, yeah.
So we have been talking about getting Rado on forever, and Covino stole his thunder by joining us for Amazing Race 30 finale, so it's only fair that Rado has the right of response.
I should be here when people have time to pay attention to the nuances of the race. Covino can do a finale. Like a big deal. It's only happened 31 times, but every single leg is a mystery, sir, that you must unwrap, and I'll be here for those.
So what have you been up to since your season finished?
I'm shopping again, man. I sold the butcher shop, right? So Pearl's a grown young lassie, and we sold the butcher shop because the building was falling apart. And so we are currently, I'm the executive chef for a high-end luxury cigar brand, which is starting in Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's it's an interesting concept, but it's fun to do. I get to play with food. So, yeah, I'm opening chains for them nationwide.
Oh, wow.
So, Fatty fell into a pretty good job.
And before we started recording, you wished Logan a happy Canada Day yesterday. I'd like to wish you a happy 2 years since Amazing Race 29 finished filming.
Oh my God, thank you.
It's your finale anniversary. It's the anniversary of when you shouted at Brooke.
It's the quietest, according to Phil, the quietest he's ever heard this finish line.
Really?
The quietest, dude. It was fucking crickets when they came down the fucking corridor. We all stood there like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. These motherfuckers. Because they'd fucked us all at one point. So, dude, you could have heard a mouse fart outside, man. Like, everybody's just like, you gotta be shitting me. And then, of course, they cut it 40 times. So they're like, ah. I'm like, oh, you sons of bitches with your $1 million, motherfucker. Oh, it was fucking so bad, dude.
Did they cut it from the cheering for London and Logan and for Joey and Tara?
Well, that's what they did. They're like, imagine you're cheering for Joey and Tara coming down right now because we're going to get what the sun is over here. Really, what they're getting is a bunch of footage. So they have some people cheering when Brooke and fucking Scott come traipsing down the alley and we all shout ourselves. Fucking, dude, Phil Dead said, he goes, dude, I've never heard it like this, ever. You made us a stranger season, buddy. I think that's the thing.
I have to say that I love pretty much every character in your season. Like, individually, you are all cracking casting.
Oh, man. I know. And here I am amongst these models, too, who are fucking 15 years younger than me. It's a fucking ripping shit, man. Like, we're watching each other push each other, and you know what I mean? Like, I guess I could get all deep and weird about it, but really, it was just rad racing.
So how did you actually come to be a part of the race? Did you apply as normal?
No. So, Erica Landon Rich, she's a casting director who cast me through Facebook in my butcher shop on a show on the Esquire Network, which nobody saw. It was called The Next Great Burger, and I came in second place. I got to go to St. Louis for 2 days and get drunk and make a hamburger. And then I missed my flight home, which was funnier now. So then she calls me like a couple months later because she asked me to do that, not Chopped, but that Cutthroat Kitchen where they take away their stoves and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
They asked me to do that. I'm like, no, stick it up your ass, dude. I don't want to do that. And they're like, oh, why not? I'm like, you make really talented people look really stupid. Like, then she called me, and she's like, well, I got another show for you. I'm like, yeah, what's that? What am I cooking? She's like, it's not cooking. I'm like, you have the right guy? She's like, yeah. What's the Amazing Race? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So I was the weirdo they cast, man. I was the fucking Jim Henson creature that they shuffled into the deck. And it felt fine to be that thing. I still got to trot around the world, right?
Yeah.
And you still got to drink, too?
Oh, did we drink on the race?
I think I just made assumptions based upon what Cavino was saying.
I would say, I don't want to get CBS insurance in any trouble, but Joey Cavino and I made regular visits to the local chapel and lit candles and such and swept off the sanctuary, and that's about all that happened in regard to that, sir. The whiskey was on Tara and Liz's hands and their hearts. They're not nice women, either one of our partners, and they had their way with us with that devil whiskey, and it put us into an awkward position. I'm not excited to talk about this.
If you'd got back from the starting line task first, would you still have picked Liz, or would you have picked someone else?
100% still pick Liz. It was just easy, man. I looked to her like she looked scrappy. I'd seen her in like the semifinals or whatever the fuck, you know. It was a no-brainer. I'm like, yeah, this chick's a badass, man. She carried 3 times her fucking weight in her own goddamn pack for some reason. So no, 100% still Liz. And the thing is, I love to race with anybody that was on our season. That's God's honest truth. I love to like the experience with any single one of them. And if you're looking at it from that perspective, it would be Jesse or Franny or Liz. And I would still always pick Liz, but I would love to run with Jesse or Franny. Either one of them, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they got a chance to show how awesome they are. So that's kind of how I feel about that.
And who went on the trips that you won as well? Because you won 2 trips. Who went to Barbados, who went to Amsterdam?
So Liz got Barbados, and as far as I know, she is going down there sometime this year. Katie and I are going to go to Amsterdam. We were going to go this summer, but we postponed it until next summer because I started a new job a couple months ago, and I didn't want to take 2 weeks off. So Katie and I are going to go to Amsterdam in the spring, probably for our wedding anniversary or sometime around there, and stroll the canals and see what the hell's happening, and probably pop over to Northern Ireland for a little bit and see some friends of ours. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, fuck off for a little bit and come home.
I think Logan's got some Amsterdam stories.
Dude, I need
Well,
to.
you and I went to Amsterdam, Michael.
I know, didn't you go back on your own, though, as well?
No, that was Rotterdam.
Ah, yeah. We went to Amsterdam in the middle of winter, and it was freezing.
Is that right?
Logan just kept trying to find pints of Heineken everywhere.
I found a pint of Heineken.
That's a noble task, I suppose.
I guess the main question that comes out of your season, do you regret helping Brooke?
Man, I regret not knowing who the fuck Farouk Balsara was right then away, because I knew that Freddie Mercury was from there. I just didn't do the reverse math in my nugget, and it fucked me. No, I don't regret helping Brooke. I regret not knowing, dude, Liz and I could have smoked that first ferry back to the fucking mainland and won third for the 3rd leg in a row easily, dude. We could have done that ladle challenge while not having to deal with that bullshit. That's what I wish would have happened, is that I would have fucking not had to deal with it. I'd probably still help Brooke, dude. I don't know, man. What the fuck? Liz and I agreed. Yeah, we helped her. So fuck it. She's a rad chick. We helped her. I guess I'd like to catch that first ferry back, is if I could do it again.
Yeah. Because, I mean, both Logan and I have experience of being around Brooke and Scott, and we both love them dearly. And in fact, both of them are joining us later this season.
Dude, they're brilliant. Here's the thing. Everybody expects me to hate her, and I'm like, no. This is a fucking awesome woman. Like, we played a game, and she won. And that's what happened. I lost at a dumb game, and it was fucking awesome. And I get to do it, and I get to be friends with these people when I go to Manhattan, when I go to fucking Seattle, when I travel to Chicago or all over the country. I have these wonderful people who I know and love from Globetrotting on CBS's Nichols. So thank you, CBS, Last Moonrays, and Bert, and Elise, and Phil, and everybody else for letting us run around the world, man. For real, like, that was so rad. Like, it's the coolest gift anybody's ever given me.
Yeah, I guess all your sort of Pence of Anger came out at the finale, and then it was just sort of water under the bridge after that.
Yeah, man, it was like 9 months from when it wrapped until it aired. So we had a lot of shit to sit on, man. We had this group meet chat that was just fucking bananas because we weren't allowed to be friends on Facebook until the fucking so-and-so aired, you know? So we just do this group meet chat back and forth, like fucking 22 people, blah, 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 blah. It got out of control. Man, it's nice chatting with you boys. I admire both of your work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you're respectively a bit Canadian and a bit British for my taste, but I don't know. I grew up on the Great Lakes, dude. We're one fucking Labatt Blue away from cousins.
To be fair, you have Irish heritage, so do I. So it could actually be possible.
Dude, we have naturally curly hair, too. Fuck Armstrong with his little bowl cut.
I have naturally curly hair, thank you very much. It's just short enough that you don't notice.
Exactly.
I've never seen it grown out, man.
I don't grow it out because it drives me nuts.
Gotta wait till Michael goes to Woodstock, and then he'll grow it out for a year or something.
Can you confirm or deny, does Liz have magical map powers?
Man, look, I will say this. I misinterpreted Liz misinterpreting a map. So therefore, the map was properly interpreted by the person that was interpreting said map, which was, in fact, Liz. So, yeah, I gotta eat a little pile of shit on that one, too.
Liz.
Liz. Look, why do you make me sound like Johnny Cash? Like a bad Johnny Cash impersonator. Liz. Come on, Liz.
Walk the line, Liz.
Dude, you make me sound like Buffalo Bill, for real.
The best thing is that Logan does a Liz impression as well, so he can just have a conversation between the two of you.
Fucking Sandy Squirrel, where's she at, man? Liz, what the fuck?
One of my favourite running jokes to do whenever anyone joins us is saying, "Oh, you should have heard the impression that Logan was doing of you." With you, I literally can say that because you've heard it.
Right. Yeah, like, it's a masterpiece of abstract broadcast something or another.
You should hear his Covino impression.
I think he answered my
Does he
Covino
drink
impression.
12 Bud Lights, piss himself, and fall asleep?
It's tough to capture that on audio.
If you want to do a Covino impression for us, you kind of have to be in a windy tunnel in Tennessee.
You gotta get hit in the stomach while playing hockey while trying to save a pitcher of beer. Like, Covino is always the guy in that situation, like, what? Save the day. He's just gonna have constantly, like, trays of beer and shit spilling around him.
Yeah, Covino keeps threatening next time I go to Boston to put me on an ice rink and fire pucks at me.
Dude, I played with him. He's pretty good. I'll say that. Joey, man, it hurts to say, Joey's a pretty goddamn good hockey player. He's a good bit in the balls better than me. But it was fun playing with all them old hockey dogs. There's all them old fucking Irish cops that all retired. They just play stick and puck every week, man. It was rad, like a Chelsea rink, man. Fucking good times, man. We skated hard. They had a good time. Joey is a good skater. He's a good hockey player.
And how come you guys weren't at the finale party? Because Logan was missing meeting you finally.
Joey and I did ours in Boston because that's where Tara's family was coming in. And he and I had grown so close that it was a lot easier for me to get a JetBlue to Boston than it was to plan a 3 or 4 day shunt to Vegas, you know what I mean? So, like, I just went up there to hang out with those old Irish bricks and play hockey and drink beer, and that's what we did. I had a fucking blast, man. I met Joey's kid, Andrew. He's the fucking man, dude. He's my homeboy. Like, I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a conspicuous absence for you guys after all the shit that Logan had talked for you to not be at the finale part where Logan was. He was slightly devastated.
No, man, no.
I wanted the videos to be sent over to me of you guys just roasting him to his face. That's what I wanted.
We do have to get together. We should find some fucking beer company to sponsor this. Like tickets, play tickets in all other directions until we meet somewhere in Nova Scotia, which is probably halfway for all of us or whatever the fuck. And we all
Nova Scotia would not be halfway for me.
Well, it is now, goddammit. All right?
I just wanted Logan to get progressively drunker and just keep calling you Liz.
Liz.
Did I ever send you the video of me and Redmond?
I believe so.
You didn't send it me, I don't think.
Yeah, because me and Redmond filmed the video after I had a few drinks. Well, granted, I drank, my friend had a birthday in LA earlier in the day, and somebody brought boxed wine, and I never had boxed wine before, so then after a few of them...
Had boxed wine before?
No, not until my friend's birthday, the afternoon of the 29 finale, so I had a whole bunch of boxed wine. And I had to, and then I knew I had to be at the 29 finale, so I'm like, okay, I can't drink for the next couple hours, and I think I was still fairly intoxicated even at the start of the 29 finale, and then I had one more drink there, and then, yeah, then me and Redmond filmed the video, and Had some fun conversations with Scott. So it was an interesting evening.
Dude, Redmond Ramos is one of my favorite people in the world, first of all. Secondly, I wonder where I was that evening. Probably pouting. We were trying to send out for beers. Matt Ladley had found a way out for beers the night before, but it had failed him this night. It was a strange... They were like, you can have 2 beers each. And we're like, fuck, right off. And they turned us loose in this little fucking hotel, like little breakout room, and there was like 2 Heinekens apiece. I'm like, oh, good. God bless your heart, dude. And we just fucked off, and we tried to get more. I don't know. We probably got more.
I feel like Redmond is another person who I really need to meet. He's so much fun.
Dude, Redmond Ramos is one of the most fucking fascinating dudes you'll ever meet in your life. He's a fucking monster athlete. Not in spite of, because of his fucking amputation. Because of that, he's a fucking beast mode, dude. Rock climbing, fucking scuba, snorkel, whatever the fuck. Like, this fucking dude is better with 1 leg than I am with 2. And that makes me feel like a fat piece of garbage, but it tells you what a fucking rock star of a man he is, man. Red Ramos is a bad, bad motherfucker, dude. On 1 leg. You fuck with him, dude. I dare somebody to find out.
He's one of many people in your cast where I'm like, I would just love to meet you and talk to you. You would be so cool. Can you confirm why you U-turned Vanck and Ashton as well? Because there's been so many rumours swirling about that. What was it that she did?
Nothing anybody did. The consensus was, if anybody got to the U-turn board before them, they were going to get U-turned. And Joey and Tyra didn't want to U-turn anybody because they U-turned Seth and Olive, and they felt bad about it. So I said, me and Liz fucking eat a pile of shit for this one, and we U-turned them. That was it, man. There was no diabolical plot. We were threatened by them. They were a fucking good team. She's a gorgeous blonde from Texas who's smart as hell, and he's fucking Chinese Rain Man. He's Vanck, dude. He's just Vanck. Like, what do you want me to say about him? He's a fucking RoboCop. So, yeah, we were threatened by him, and so we put him out, man. And that was everybody's decision, and I ate the shit for it, so whatever.
And then it came right back around towards you and Liz?
And sometimes it bites you in the ass. I don't suppose it would have mattered one way or another when we got U-turned. With a fucking speed bump. How rude. Please? Like, full house? Can I get some?
A speed bump that was entirely in your wheelhouse as well.
Were you when you saw how the Vietnam leagues went down with Covino and Floyd? Were you glad that you were eliminated in Greece and got to miss out on doing 1,000 steps in 110 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity?
No, I'd like to try the next leg of the race, especially because of the bungee jump. I always wanted to do that. I'd have bungee jumped like a son of a bitch.
Would you have screamed as much as Scott did?
Nobody could ever scream as much as Scott did. There's an aura around that place on the earth. You can see it from space, dude. It can't be explained, but it's impossible to get a magnetic reading on the poles from there. You understand?
That is genuinely one of my favourite Amazing Race episodes ever, because it starts with Scott's scream, then the complete and utter meltdown.
Dude, dear God, I love him so much. I love you, Scott Flannery, with all my heart and soul. My ginger brother with the beard. That scream will be etched forever into my psyche.
I have had so much fun with that scream because it fits perfectly with our theme music.
It's amazing. But that's why, but getting back to your question, that's why I want to go to Vietnam. I want to do that shit. But see, I was the only one out of to wear long pants and long sleeves in fucking Tanzania and Dar es Salaam because all my tattoos. So in Vietnam, me in a t-shirt would have been with, they're like in a sweater. You know what I mean? Like I had an advantage because I was already fucking dehydrated like a dick from running around with the long sleeves and fucking pants, dripping like an asshole the whole time, and still placing well. It's fucking hot down there, man. My stars.
I can vouch for that. It's so warm in Vietnam. It's the warmest place I've ever been.
Is that right?
Yeah. It was so humid when I went. It was like 40 degrees C. It was like 90% humidity when I was in Ho Chi Minh. It was just so warm.
I don't know. It's hotter than tits in Pittsburgh today, so we're swimming and drinking beer and making punk rock music videos. No, here's what I want to talk about for real, though. Can I just do that?
Yeah.
Can I just plug the shit on something? So, Give Kids a World. It's this park. It's this theme park in Orlando outside of Disney and all that, where terminally ill kids can go and do a theme park and be just normal, be one of the gang, and have a day. And I'm honored to be a part of the Hearts of Reality that's been invited to come down there. since I was on reality TV, I want to go down and I want to raise some money for me to go down from here to Orlando. I am trying to raise a lot of money. It's called $2,500, $2,500, because I want to outraise all my Amazing Race season 29 competitors. I want to outraise them all. So we're going to do $2,500, and if we get that $2,500, my man Danny Crowns is going to tattoo on the inside of my arm, right here, full size, the Give Kids the World logo. So for $2,500, you guys can get a charity tattooed on my naked right arm, and we can Facebook it live. I hope you're having a brilliant time. Cheers. Thanks for letting me do that.
Weirdly, Covino also mentioned parts of reality when he was on. You guys are just kindred spirits.
Dude, it's an orgy down there, for what I'm told.
And also, weirdly, Logan has your face tattooed on his chest.
What? It's right over. It's right beside Marshall Mathers.
The dude abides, man.
I think if you raise $5,000, Logan should get your face tattooed on him.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's throw that out there. But put it out to your billion followers, you fucking guy. I'm like, on that one reality TV podcast where the one dude's from British Columbia and the other dude's from London, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So what was the biggest thing that we didn't see on Amazing Race 29?
The biggest thing you guys didn't see on 29 on the Amazing Race is how much we really did interact with each other, and because we're all strangers, we were getting to know each other and getting to know all the other teams. But we had to get to know a teammate the best, and then we had to get to know all these other teams as a team and as two people and all that shit. So, like, the first couple airports, it was like madness. It was chaos. Everybody trying to suss out who's who and who's a threat and who's not, and who's good at the game and who doesn't know what they're doing. And it was fucking nuts, man. Like, it'll drive you bananas surrounded by these people trying to figure out what the fuck. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. And sadly for you learn about Joey Covino.
Yeah, unfortunately, I crossed paths with a man named Joey Covino.
I have had to warn my parents, because they're going to Boston in November, that if they cross paths with Joey Covino, to just stand away. Safe distance.
Sit back and enjoy it, man. He's on the right side of the law.
Walk backwards slowly and don't break eye contact.
You're in Liberty City on the right side of the law. Fucking hold your chest out. Thump your fucking flag, man.
Can't wait till the Boston Herald releases an article about Joey jerseying Michael's parents while they're on vacation. Michael's dad and Covino may or may not fight over the same beer in the aisle at Walgreens.
We're in Belgium, I think. I don't know. Some fucking airport. It was some layover. And we had some warm beer that Matty Ladley had snuck off of somebody. And we went into this fucking airport stall and just passed it back and forth amongst the four of us just to say we drank a beer there. Like Matt and Rad and Joey and I. Jesus Christ, that was gross. But we did manage to get a beer in every place we touched down.
I do have to say on the whole jerseying thing, Logan didn't know what a fight strap was until November.
What sort of Canadian are you, dude?
Harmstone likes hockey. I do not. He does not like soccer, and I somewhat do. We don't follow our own cultural norms. And he likes Tim Hortons. I hate Tim Hortons.
Yeah, we've only just started getting Tim Hortons over here, so it's a pleasant surprise for me. I drink out of a Tim Hortons mug at work.
Versus Dunkies, Dunkin' Donuts is garbage. So if that's the alternative, yeah. I'm not here to police your caffeine habits, boys. You can relax on that shit.
The alternative is Costa, which Ant works for, and we don't talk about that. Costa is another coffee shop.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the host of Belgian Mole.
No, that's Gilles de Costa. Are you determined to get him in every podcast?
You guys in the goddamn Belgian Mole.
We did, and it was the best. And we interviewed the host, and he's amazing.
Dude, that's so rad.
And I've got an invite to Belgium for the finale next year.
Get the fuck out of here. You're going to go back for it.
Damn straight I am. I'm already excited.
Are you going, Saunders?
I might. I mean, Belgian Mole is the best show that's been on this year, I would say, out of anything I've watched. It's the fucking bomb.
Dude, I have a 7-year-old. I'm just now getting caught up on Fuller House. And you know what? It's all right. That's my take on Fuller House. 4th season coming out this summer.
If we raise $2,500, will you get a Fuller House tattoo on your other arm?
Not on my other arm, because my other arm is a sleeve of food. But I'll get a Fuller House tattoo if you raise $2,500 for a good kids charity. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's do this. Let's pepper me with tattoos. The next 5 people that get $2,500 get a fucking tattoo of any charity's logo they want anywhere on me, not on my neck or my face or my hands or my feet. Don't be a dick. What on my shoulders, my back. I got tons of real estate. I'm a fat boy, dude. So ratchet it up and get your wallets out and give towards, some Lou Gehrig shit or whatever, we're feeling real hard about these days. You guys got to do this cancer shit. I'm not good talking about it.
So were there any countries that you were disappointed not to go to? Not necessarily that appeared in your season, but ones that you wish would have appeared on your season?
Oh, man. So there's so many. There's so many. The fact that I got to see 3 different places in Italy itself was unreal because it was so culturally different. I wanted to see all continents. That was the bummer of not getting to Asia, not getting to the Middle East. I would have loved to go to Morocco, dude. I would have killed to go to Morocco. I'd have killed to go to Vietnam, and they went to Vietnam, and I'd have probably died there. So, it's for the best. But I just wanted to go all the way around the world. At a certain point, it doesn't become about the money, man. It really, dude, it was not about the money. $1 million, fuck $1 million. I want to see what's next. I want to be for the next thing. It's obsessive. And Becca and Floyd are doing that right now, and I'm so fucking jelly, dude. Man, Liz McGee would fucking knock the tits off them sons of bitches, man.
No more first and last. It would just be first.
We'll do some driving courses between now and then. We don't have to commit to anything. We haven't been invited back by CBS. I should make it known. There's been no phones or emails or any of that.
I think 31 was a bit of a weird situation because it started off apparently being all Big Brother, and then it went to Big Brother and Survivor, and then they just randomly added in Amazing Race teams at the end as well. Were you guys sort of preparing for a potential memory challenge, or did you not really think about that?
No, because you run right up on it, man. That's all live. Your camera from the clue to the challenge, it's all live. You see it right in front of you the first time you encounter it. You don't get to sneak up on a challenge or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's bang, it's intimidating right in front of you sometimes. But really, it's just all right, we got to do this. How do we do this?
Was there a particular challenge that stood out for you, for better or for worse?
I loved running through that market in Zanzibar, dude. Are you kidding me? Hey, man, I really got to wrap it up. These guys are going to kill me.
Okay. Anything else, Logan?
No, I think for the most part, we unintentionally covered most of the questions we had.
Sorry, lads. I don't mean to rush out of here, but the weather's all fucky and we got to roll.
Oh, we understand. Don't worry. Thank you for your time, Rado.
Nice talking to the both of you. We'll speak soon.
All right.
Sure.
Peace out. I'm gone, Liz. What are your thoughts on Survivor New Zealand?
I like it, but I'm slightly worried that the Matt and Dave thing's going to become a problem. Have you seen this week's episode yet?
I just watched it, and I'm about to send off my blogs for it. Did you read my blog from last week?
I did, yes.
Yeah, because I'm if this goes any further, it's going to interfere with the whole integrity and legacy of the season, because I think everyone's going to hate the outcome if the two best friends that were able to keep it a secret when no one else got to have that huge advantage, if they make it to the end of the game, series could potentially end from how pissed off people are about it.
Yeah, my theory is that Dave is going to go next week, and Matt won't be informed, so then Matt is going to play his idol at 5, and Tara will go out because of it, and then Matt's going to get booed at Final Four. That's my theory.
It's not a bad theory, because Dave has been voted for at all 4 post-merge tribal councils.
And also, I don't see either of them getting a winner's edit.
No, production's buried them pretty good the past few weeks. Matt's just been a complete game bot and has almost been presented as kind of a dick to the audience.
Yeah, and Lisa has had a winner's edit since week 1. But there is kind of someone creeping up slightly, in my estimation, sadly. I'm sort of
Adam?
90%. Yeah, I'm sort of 90% Lisa and then 10% Adam because of the reward this week.
I would say since the merge, this edit has taken a complete 180-degree turn where it's gone from being the guy who's just a bit of a jackass to everybody to now the person who's essentially narrating for the audience, because he constantly puts down Dave, Dave's not getting the most positive edit anymore, and then he makes fun of Tara, and then whenever Tess is being all pouty about things, then we get the commentary from him, and his opinions line up with what most of us say. He just presents it in a funny, albeit insulting way.
I think that Lisa's going to win, Adam's going to come second because of that. That's my gut feeling on it.
Tara's going to definitely be the third place goat.
No, Tess.
Tess?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tara's such a weird person in the game, too, because, like, we barely get to see her, and then it's not until the past week that she gets any airtime, and the whole season up to that point, it's just been, Tara's not even acknowledged, and now she's viewed as this erratic person who makes crazy moves.
Yeah, she's definitely not getting a winning edit, she's getting a victim of an idol edit for me.
Yeah, or it could be Matt could go next instead of Dave, because I don't know if they're going to shift from thinking that Dave's not really a threat for anything. Like, it seems like Dave wouldn't be that respected if he made it to a Final 3, because people think he's just full of BS most of the time. Like his being over dramatic at food rewards, and then constantly super duper overplaying the honor and integrity card. At least with Avi from last season, he was honorable. He did play honorably, even though it seemed like he played that up. But he followed through with it. With Dave, it's like, you're just being a bit wishy-washy for the most part.
I think the issue with that is how many Chani are on the jury. Because Dave is the last Chani standing. If he gets there, he's getting all the Chani votes regardless.
Even from Renee?
Renee is the only toss-up.
Even from Eve?
I think Eve will, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But my main theory on why neither of them make it to the final tribal is no one in the jury seems to know about their relationship until it came on TV.
Yeah, because if one of them had gone to jury, they for sure would have been talked about. They didn't even know about it till the first episode aired. Is that it?
I think so, yeah. So I think neither of them makes it to final tribal purely because that can then be a secret that they can keep together. Yeah,
because didn't they say in this episode that they were going to talk about it on day 39 if they were there together? Yeah, and they probably... Do you think they assumed that people would be pissed off once they found out? Because at least now they're already... It's funny because if you watch the jury villa right after Eve was voted out, all 4 jury members say, yeah, Dave and Matt have this really tight alliance. Like, they know that Dave and Matt are aligned, but they don't understand why they're aligned. So I think it's... Even without the personal relationship involved, Dave and Matt have already spelled out that they're sticking together really closely.
Which is only detrimental for both of them, because they are on Lisa's radar now, and being on Lisa's radar, not a good idea.
No. I'm surprised they didn't end up going for Dave instead of Eve.
Eve is an immunity threat, and Dave keeps going out first, doesn't he? So.
Yeah, he goes out first, or he either comes last or comes second. And then the host is like, whoa, Dave!
Who do you think is going to win South African Survivor?
I haven't seen the new episode yet, but I do know that Vusi goes home, which I predicted in my blog last week. I didn't predict him going first. I just said he'd be an obvious early post-merge boot, because he won 5 challenges in a row single-handedly for Visayas. Because I just thought, Tom's going to just be like the Roger Sexton boot, where no one's going to even be entertain the thought of really protecting him. But he ends up being safe. I don't know how he ends up being safe this week.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I mean, I already know that Vusi goes home.
So Werner pulls him in as a number, basically, and tells everyone, sod off, you're not voting him out.
Oh?
Yeah, Werner's kind of the kingpin. He's my pick to win still, so...
He seems he has really good instincts overall, and everyone trusts him, and he has 2 idols.
And PK is very vulnerable.
No, he's not emotional or vulnerable anyway. He's a real man.
If PK doesn't go this week, I'll be very surprised.
Even though it was the Minority Alliance was the one that targeted him, and he was still safe?
Well, no, he's 100% going to be going because he's pissing everyone off, especially Sony.
Oh, he's just being super erratic and wanting to make big moves?
Yeah, he keeps talking about being the kingpin and then, not getting his way, because he wanted Tom out.
Ah, I see. Yeah, everything's so fluid with Survivor South Africa. We finally get to see the benefits of what happens when you have the 3-tribe format go all the way down to 10 people, from 15 down to 10. Plus a switch within it. I wish it was like it had been a 4-3-3 merge instead of 4-4-2, because then it's like, what the hell is going to happen? Especially when you would have had Josie in the equation too, which might have boosted Plaza and Vusi's chances of surviving the elimination this week. Although they were an obvious three-person alliance, so they probably would have been split up anyway.
And sadly, the merge does mean that I can no longer say Mindanao, Luzon, Mindanao, Visayas.
And is John just completely screwed? Because she seems like she's just going to be thrown away within 2 votes no matter what.
I actually think Jean is going to be the final GOAT. I think she's going to be brought to the final tribal, and I think she's going to get no votes.
That's interesting. I wonder if Werner's going to make himself stick out too far out that he seems like the type that could get overconfident.
Yeah, but he also has 2 idols.
Yeah, but still, I mean, once you get confident and think that you can't be blindsided, that's typically when you get blindsided in Survivor, especially South African version where Palisa didn't play her idol, did she?
No, she didn't.
I'm surprised they introduced another idol on Survivor New Zealand because they're not really big into adding in unnecessary twists that much.
No, but Lisa's stink face, like, that is just setting up Lisa wanting to boot him fast.
Yeah, like if Matt hadn't found the idol, then it's like, he wins immunity once, whatever. But winning immunity and then he still has the idol in his pocket, that's pretty much her only game plan right now is just to get rid of Matt, which makes sense because
he's the only one who can beat her.
Exactly. I was just thinking that I thought the challenge, with how mixed up the numbers have been since the merge, it's funny that the Chani tribe still goes down as rapidly as they have, especially if your prediction comes true that Dave goes home next week. And it's like, well, none of the Kankau were really closely aligned together since the merge, but somehow only one of them goes in the first 5 post-merge eliminations.
The other option I can think of is that maybe Lisa tells Matt that Dave is going, Matt gets Dave to play his idol, and then they actually flip the vote on Matt.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea.
That's the only other thing I can think of.
So it seems like Adam, Tess, and Lisa are becoming I think Dave and Matt just made their alliance way too obvious. They could have played it so much more distant. They could have really divided and conquered, but Dave always makes himself so helpless that Matt has to do all of the work anyway. So then everyone else can see that Dave's not really talking to anybody except Matt. If Dave was more aggressive with working himself in with Adam or Tess, then it would have been near impossible to really eliminate Dave and Matt when they get to have a secret trusting tight duo, but they just playing it or Dave's playing it horribly. Matt's actually trying to play it well. And how disappointing would it be if Matt has a million confessionals about how great of a position he's in, and then he doesn't have any sort of downfall and wins the game anyway?
He's getting a classic downfall at it. That's the thing. I can't see it not happening.
Yeah. Do you know how disappointing it would be if, like, Lisa goes home next round and then he wins the game? We would be gutted.
I would be gutted, yeah. So thank you for listening to this Amazing Race podcast. You can join us next week for another interview. If you've got any questions, feel free to contact us on our Facebook page, Reality TV Warriors, on our Twitter account, RTV Warriors, or on Twitter pages, MJ Harmsdale for me, and Log Super Quacky for Logan. See you next week.
Peace out and just chill till the next interview.
Yeah.